I want to open this up with just a little dialogue about my thoughts about the game, what I've seen the different communities saying about the game. I think this game has a lot of positives, and I'm just loving it to pieces. It has been an amazing experience to me. I've done one of the quest lines, and that has been spectacular. I've loved that. It was just a little quest line. It doesn't take that long. There's 2 boss battles. It's not too difficult. It adds some flavor to the character. You get really good relics from them, so it's very rewarding feeling, especially since most relics seem to be pretty bad altogether. But I will say I'm seeing a lot of weird opinions about it, which, to be fair, whatever you think about the game, of your opinion, that's totally valid. If this is not your style of game, or if you find it boring or repetitive, or if the variation of the buffs that you get from a roguelite experience is not that interesting or exciting or whatever, those are the main negatives that I've seen, and none of that has bothered me literally at all. When I see a lot of these criticisms, I really don't understand because I'm not experiencing that. This game is like, people are like, this is a miss, this is an asset flip, this is whatever. I am not experiencing that. I'm having so much fun. It's so engaging. A lot of the quality of life stuff, absolutely I agree with. We should be getting communication. There should be comms. There should be ways, voice chat, ways to talk to your teammates. This is absolutely essential. I say if they just add that alone, the rate at people completing and defeating bosses actually would go up immediately if there's that. The game is phenomenal, but not without its flaws, but everything could be fixed in future updates, which I think this is just me having faith in FromSoft here, and maybe I'm being a simp or whatever, and I'm not even trying to inappropriately glaze this game or anything, but I think FromSoft will take notes and learn and adapt. They already have planned DLC. I could see this go through multiple patch iterations. In their main games, they go through patch iterations. With very simple updates, this could dramatically improve. Right now, I don't know of a game really that is like this. There is PvE games out there that you can go in with a group and co-op PvE repetitive content, but not with Souls combat, not with Elden Ring bosses, not with all the cool different enemy designs, and not with the whole vibe and ambiance of the whole Souls community. I think I want people to go into this, play it, and really come up with their own opinions. I feel like in society in general, this is just an issue, but people don't form their own opinions. That's just where we're at. I think a lot of people, even before seeing a movie or playing a game, the reviews are out. You're gonna be spoiled in some way or another. I've been pretty much only playing this game. I think I have almost 30 hours as of right now, and we are 3 days in. I've been playing this game nonstop. I took off work, everything like that. So it's just, I want people to come to their own conclusions as to how they feel the game really feels to them, because I think a lot of people are just like, oh, this popular streamer or this popular YouTuber said this about it, so that means that's what it is. It sucks. Or the other thing is, it's really hard, and it's a co-op game. That's really hard, where you're depending on other people. But that's with everything. I was playing Marvel Rivals a little bit before this game came out, and that's every co-op game ever. Is you either have friends that you can play with, which I've been playing this game almost entirely solo queuing, by the way. That has been my whole experience, is solo queuing. You're gonna be teamed with bad teammates, just like with every co-op game ever. And it sucks. It sucks, but you just have to improve. One of the things I like about a game like this is you can absolutely carry, and I've been carried. I would not have the wins that I have if there wasn't some absolute legends out there doing God's work, by the way. If you're a carrier, if you are just an absolute Chad who is just getting people through this game, you are just a miracle onto this earth. So I thank you for that. And it is a gift that is just so being baptized, and then you come back up and you're like, I have just a new reality that I live in. So you can absolutely get good enough at this game. The other thing is, getting good at a game like this, the skills pass down a little bit. The more you play Souls games, you get used to just the style of play. You can't just really go in there and button mash. You need to preserve endurance. If I disagree with people, it's not like they're wrong or anything. He's just a different person than I am. And that's what we can do as a community. We can just recognize, is this your kind of thing? This is very much my kind of thing. I have such a desire to play this game. I want to beat all the bosses with all the characters. I want to get all the cosmetics. I want to play this game a bunch. Now, this game will live and die if people continue to play it, because if queues get ridiculous, it may just turn into something that you can only play if you have friends, or you only play solo, because I've even seen people have ridiculous queues already. Now, that's an issue. That the queues become worse and worse, that's going to be a problem. But they've done so many things that they've added to this game that I think they are going to use this as a format going forward. I just did the quest for this girl. Well, I did her quest. Really great. I was actually so surprised. Again, it's quick, it's quaint, it's nice, it has depth, it has darkness. It's actually a really dark. And I also like that it's not super extensive. It's not, it just gives the character a little bit more flavor, a little bit more backstory as to who is this little girl? What is she doing? Why is she a part of this little expedition? What's going on here? And so this is the sprint, and this is the normal sprint. Go for FromSoft. We absolutely can't go back to this. We cannot go back to this being the sprint. We need this. This is the only pace that I need to go from now on. I don't even know if I use the other sprint. People probably don't even know that the other sprint exists if they're not used to Souls games, which is hilarious. This is the speed we go now. Moving forward from FromSoft, this is what we do. Nothing else. So there's the parkour element, which I've enjoyed. The TLDR is I am having so much fun. This is exactly what I expected. It's met my expectations, and in some ways really went past them, because this is what I signed up for. I don't care if it's the same map. I'm kind of glad that there are some places that we know. I don't want to have to memorize 20 different unique maps and pathing with all the, no, I'm dumb. And maybe that's why this kind of game is just so good for me. Maybe I'm just like, it's just hits an IQ, a perfect IQ limit for me, where it's just like, there's enough sameness to where you can be like, well, we need to go to a cave to get a smithing stone 2 to get a purple weapon, or we need to go to the churches to at least get our flasks up. Just simple things like that. I'm glad that it's not, oh, with this map, I don't even know. And to even learn the pathing of even one map, I'm already still pretty, I don't know where to go. I usually just follow people. Sometimes if no one's taking the lead, I'll mark something on the map. But I'm not understanding of the hate or even the mixed reviews, because at the end of the day, this is replayable Elden Ring content. It's just, if you like Elden Ring combat, people are saying it's the same enemies. Are you still getting your ass ate by the Crucible Knights. Those are hard. It doesn't matter how many times you face them. If you're a Chad and you're just like, no, they're the easiest thing ever. Maybe that's like, if you're really good at these games, maybe that's why this is just dull to you. Maybe, and I've seen Voice Critical, for instance, he's really good at these games, absolutely. And maybe that's why it's just kind of boring to him, or it's just repetitive, or it's just nothing. No, I suck at these games, so this is an adventure every single time. I think, and maybe I'm at that prime, it's not IQ, but it's like, if you're at a prime level to where you're not so bad to where you're just gonna have a terrible time and it's just not gonna feel good, but you're not so good to where you are just bored because it's just like, oh, Crucible Knight, boring. No, Crucible Knight, all right, lock in. We're about to get our heads smashed because it's a Crucible Knight and he is not gonna go easy on us. I guess maybe that's where I still have just such a positive experience because, again, this is not dull. If you're bad at a video game, you'll just get absolutely, it is just relentless if you're bad at a video game. And then if you're good at a video game, you can just be this ego Chad gamer who's like, it's not even that hard. I hate when I hear that part of a game, it wasn't even that hard, so it's not a good game, or it's too hard, so it is a good game, or it's a bad game, just based on difficulty alone. And that's so boring. That's difficulty, how many times it takes for you. No, it only took me 2 tries. That's how people talk about games. Only took me 2 tries. Yeah, no, it only took me 2 tries. So do you want me to suck you off, or should I kiss you on the mouth, or and I'm dead. So you're the best? What do you want? It's such a weird, our society has disseminated into different realms of what is of value to us, and it's like, oh, if you're good at games, that's like you're like a cool person. And if you're bad at games, or if you're playing, here's a big one, is, oh, you're playing that class, or you're playing it on easy mode, or you're playing with that weapon, that's just like how boring. I could make a whole video dissecting fun and gaming and what a fun gaming experience is. Well, even more so, less about fun and more about play, because I've done pretty extensive research on play on a almost psychological level. There's a lot of books on play, and Jean Piaget, he's a renowned writer of play and all that kind of stuff. So I could make a more meta commentary video about what play is. You could really break down extensive narratives of how society and gaming culture has really devolved or evolved or just changed over the years. And I think we need to be refocusing on play. I don't even think most people, when they're playing games, they're not really in a state of play. They're just in a state of distraction. They're just in a state of, I ask most people if they enjoy the game, and most people have a main game that they play. Maybe it's the comfort game that you play that is just something you can just queue up. But I'll ask them about the game that they have literally thousands of hours in. They'll talk about it. It's a bad X or something. They're like, it's old to where it's like stealing my soul, or it's like, it's not I have a lot of time in Elden Ring. I have a lot of time in Souls games. I could talk to you passionately for hours. I played Souls games a lot. Hey, what do you think about Souls games? I love them. I'm so passionate about them. I could talk about them for hours. I could go into extensive detail of why I enjoy them, why I want to keep playing them, why I have such a fixation, fascination, excitement for them, passion. My mind is going several different directions here with how people have responded to this game, and I'm trying to ground myself and not be so, not clenching my pearls and like, this is my favorite game and people are being mean about it. Criticism, especially the very real criticism of there should be voice chat, there should be more variety of the roguelite elements, of rewards should be a lot more exciting. But since there has been such mixed reviews about this, I hope FirmSoft improves on all those things. And that's just gonna cover me in honey, because I was already having such a phenomenal experience with this game that they make it better. Awesome. I was already having a phenomenal time. FirmSoft has a really good track record, and I think this continues their good track record. It's gonna be so unfortunate because now people are going to use this as an example as Elden Ring Nightreign, the stain on FirmSoft's reputation. I'm not going to think that at all. I'm going to be like, it was amazing. Obvious, it was great. I loved it. I might even like this maybe more than Elden Ring, and that might be just because I like the gameplay loop. I've enjoyed all the different characters. This forces you to play Elden Ring in ways that you haven't before, and that's been exciting. I've been using weapons that I would never use, because when you're playing Elden Ring, you can use any weapon. When you're playing this game, you can't use any weapon. You're given something and you're forced to appreciate. When I go back and play Elden Ring more, I have a newfound love for weapons that I've never used before, because I never used them before, but this game forces you to play with different weapons, play with different builds. You get to find what you like and what works for you. But this is just enhancing my love and appreciation for Elden Ring. That is what it's doing. I don't know why that's not doing that for people, but maybe it's just not their thing. Like I said, at the end of the day, everyone has different opinions, and if you don't like this game, or if you don't like the gameplay loop, or if you think certain things are boring, in the similar sense, those same people who will say that this game is boring, repetitive, no variety, will then go and queue their, in my opinion, boring, repetitive, no variety game of League of Legends or some shooter or whatever. I'll play them and they'll be fun for a portion, but I never really feel like devoting so much time into them. Usually when I'm gaming, if I'm playing a game, I want to be involved. People are gaming all the time where they're gaming and they're just like, have a stream open on the other thing. If you're playing a video game and I don't know, and you need a stream up on the side or other forms of entertainment while you're doing it, maybe it's not captivating enough for you, maybe. I don't know, but that's just my own weird little personal opinion. It's also not a judgment on you. If you want to have a stream open or a YouTube video open and you're playing League or you're playing these other games, hey, maybe you're just a master of attention, you can just focus on 1,000 things at once. That's really our society in a nutshell, right? Where we are just, I'm gonna be on my phone, I'm gonna be watching a movie, I'm gonna be also doing another thing. I don't like that. When I'm experiencing something, like this is who I am as a person. Life is a gift, and it's a beautiful gift, and it's special. Everything is special to me. Every experience is special. And I know that's maybe cringe and annoying and whatever, but if I'm living, if I'm even playing a game, I want to be there. I'm there. I'm enveloped. I'm invested. I'm excited. I want to be absolutely captivated by the experience that I am in. And for me, I want to be only focusing on the one thing. Like I said, there are those times where I just want to chill out and play Hearthstone and have a stream on or watch a YouTube video. But if I'm playing a game or doing any other thing, if I'm watching a movie, if I'm hanging out with friends, I'm not on my phone. I don't want to be checking my phone unless there is an urgent matter, unless there's something really going on. If I'm hanging out with friends, I want to be there. With how short everyone's attention span is becoming, I think being present is becoming so rare. When your attention is fractured, then any one thing is going to get a lesser experience and you're going to have a less special experience with that thing. I see some people watch anime while they play video games. What? I can't even imagine. If that's like, oh, I love that, and it gives me orgasm, it gives me consistent 10 out of 10 orgasms constantly if I'm playing a video game and having an anime in the background, and that's just peak ecstasy experience for me. Great, awesome. I love you, I guess. But I think people are just so bored. Well, this is just an issue. People are boring. People are bored. And I think people just don't even know what they like. And so their attention is so fractured that they could even really like something, really want to get the depth and the feel and the experience of that thing, but it's just so watered down by everything else in their life. Man, I'm going on this whole, I'm really going on to some next. We started with Elden Ring. I'm getting hot too. We strip. Only for stream though. And my partner, which I don't have. Future partner, I guess I should say. Only strip for those two. I've experienced this all my life where I feel like people are just not really experiencing life. They're experiencing life with like gray filter on, or because life can be so special, passionate, vivid, exciting. And I think there's a lot of things limiting us from that style of experience, which is unfortunate, but I do think it takes intentional time, energy, and even practice to be able to see the world for all its beauty, be able to take in an experience for all of its majesty even. But I don't know, I've been yapping. Let's get into this play already. What are we yapping for? You guys are tuning in, and when I mean you guys, maybe 0 people who are watching me right now. All of the maybe 0. Maybe what? Which would be kind of exciting. But I talk to myself anyway, so what are we doing here? No joke. This is how I am when the camera is off. I am talking to myself all the time. No cameras are on. This is just how I am. Mostly because I don't really have anyone to talk to, so I just have to talk to myself, and that almost made me cry because it'd be nice to talk to people, but it's hard to find good people to talk to. It's hard to find good quality friends, good people that want to have actual in-depth conversation, people who want to experience life very profoundly, especially excitedly. I don't know. Time to die. I'm gonna go wash my hands. We wash the hands and we get it.